Hello, welcome. My name is Genevieve. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first ever video, actually. That is if I actually upload it, so welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I just wanted to talk about very basic, general tips I have for manifesting for beginners. If you're someone who's already experienced in this, a lot of this you probably already know, but if this video is coming across your path, maybe that means the universe is sending a message your way and urging you to try something new out. So, as someone who is relatively new to manifesting myself, these are the tips I have for you, the wisdom I have to offer. So, let's get started. First and foremost, you need to wholeheartedly believe that you are someone who is capable of achieving anything you want, okay? That's the most important thing you have to cultivate if you want to be someone capable of manifesting your desires. Anything currently in your mind or heart that is stopping you from full-heartedly believing that you can have anything you desire. You are limitless. Nothing is out of your reach. You need to dismantle that now. I'm not saying that this is completely easy. It does take work. Depending on who you are, the lived experiences you have, it may take more time to deconstruct these thought processes that make you feel less capable. But you have to start there because your mind creates your reality, right? Everything starts from in here. What you tell yourself, what you believe, will then be reflected into your outer reality. This is like a basic law of science, okay? It's really not that deep. One example I always reference is kind of like confirmation bias. It's like if you go out into the world, out into the street, and you are constantly thinking to yourself, oh, I'm gonna look out for all the red cars. I'm gonna look out for the red cars. Where are all the red cars? I wanna find as many as I can. Well, then you're gonna be noticing them. You're gonna be tuning out the rest and really focusing on every single red car you see. And you're gonna feel like, wow, I'm noticing a lot more than usual because that's what you're looking for. I hope this is making sense, but yeah, that's a very basic example that I have to affirm that property, that what you are focused on, you will then see more of in your real life. And in a similar vein, what you believe about yourself and your abilities and what is available out there for you to grasp, therefore, it will be true. You will see that, you will live that. And, the more that you start to see examples of this, the more it will just affirm to your brain that yes, this is true. Yes, this is possible. Yes, I am capable of achieving whatever it is I desire. So start small. You don't have to immediately jump to oh, I'm going to be a millionaire and I'm going to have an amazing mansion and 5-car garage, whatever it is you're looking for. Because what you don't want to do is, I think, over-challenge yourself at first if you're someone who's new to this, right? If you set a goal that feels like it's really big, it probably isn't, but the point is it feels really far out of reach, really momentous for where you are at right now. And you decide to go after that, and you inevitably face challenges and resistance, and it feels like you aren't seeing that goal come to fruition as quickly as you would like it to. All that's going to do is reaffirm your belief that manifestation isn't possible, that you cannot create your desires in your reality. And that's not what we want. We want to create experiences that cultivate the mindset that yes, you can achieve your desires. So it may be more useful to start small. Maybe it is getting better grades for the school year. Maybe you had a couple C's and B's in your last semester and you're like, you know what? I want to achieve straight A's. That is very possible for most people. Keep that intention in mind. It all starts at the intention. That's the spark, right? That's the seed. That's all it takes. Once you've set that intention and put that out into the world, out of your mind and onto the world, onto the paper, spoken out loud, right? Written down, whatever. You have planted the seed and the process is already being set in motion. That is how quick and easy manifestation truly is. The rest after that is just kind of following the natural flow of the universe that wants to make these things true, right? Your brain wants to affirm what you have told it. It will be looking for things that confirm what you have said. When you tell yourself, I'm going to have straight A's this semester, your mind goes, okay, well, let's seek out examples in our lived reality that make that true, right? Your brain is not acting in resistance towards you. Often you are acting in resistance to the natural inclinations of the mind and the universe. So it starts with your intention. Focus on what it is you want. Set a specific goal. I want to move out and find a newer, nicer apartment this year. I want to achieve straight A's this semester. Something that you can genuinely see yourself achieving, right? And watch as the magic unfolds. The second most probably prevalent piece of advice I have to give you is not putting your desires on a pedestal. Whether it is something that is small and, relatively achievable according to your beliefs, or whether it is something that is a lot bigger, that would take a lot of change and growth to reach, especially I think regarding like large sums of money or just, these huge changes, these huge blessings that we consider to be really amazing, really life-changing, and not something that we're typically used to maybe receiving in our lives. We tend to put our desires up on this pedestal, this like high up place that we can't reach. Not only due to like physical limitations, right? And the challenges that, you feel may come your way on that path of achieving your desire, but also because according to your self-concept, the way that you view yourself, you somehow convince yourself that that desire does not belong to you, that you are not someone who is deserving or meant to have that thing, right? And that is not true. There is nothing, there is no rule in this universe or any other that says that, other people can have something, but you can't. That something is wrong with you, that, that whatever you desire is out of your reach. But we convince ourselves of that, usually out of a safety mechanism, right? It's oftentimes a lot more comfortable and easier to kind of stay at this level that we're used to and not go seeking for anything bigger, because if you do fail, which happens, right? We're not always completely 100% successful on our first try when it comes to our pursuits. When you do fail, it might reaffirm existing beliefs you had about yourself, existing insecurities that told you that you're not capable. And you don't want to go and affirm that. You want to stay right here and not take that risk. But it is so true that with great risk comes great reward. And it doesn't mean you're going to be successful on the first try, but if you keep going, if you keep really trying to believe that you can have that thing, right? And going after it and leaving your comfort zone and seeking something greater and bigger than what it is you are experiencing right now. Yes, it may be scary, but the rewards will be 10 times the reward that you are getting by staying in your comfort zone right now. So that being said, one way to make it less scary to go after your desires is to stop placing it on that pedestal. You have to understand that everything in the universe is inherently neutral. We tend to like stratify things and give immense value to certain things while not appreciating other things, pretty much because of societal constructs, right? Social mechanisms and systems of inequality that we all experience, we all are a part of, whether we're on one side of it or the other, that, train us to give more value to certain things, whether it's money, it's personal autonomy that you have. And we give more value to it than other things. And then therefore we, comparing that to the value that you place in yourself, you may not see yourself as equal as that thing that you're desiring. But you have to break that down. You have to understand that everything in this universe is neutral. There is nothing that says that $10,000 that maybe you're looking for that would make your life so much better is more valuable than you. That somehow, you two aren't matching, and so therefore you can't access that thing. No. You are just as valuable. You are just as capable of accessing that money, accessing whatever it is that you are looking for as anybody else. This could be anything. Maybe you are looking for a new relationship, a boyfriend. It could be something like losing your virginity. Those especially are concepts that we tend to put a lot of value on and put really high up on that pedestal. And right, it's just always out of our reach. And it's always like, oh, well, other people can have this, but I can't. I'm not good enough to reach this thing. And you'll find that when you stop, like, putting things on this super high pedestal, when you bring them down to your level and see them as neutral as, like, buying a new pair of socks, it becomes as easy as acquiring a new pair of socks, right? Suddenly it's not this crazy, far off, incredibly hard to access thing. It's right there. You could honestly care less if you had it or not, You're like, oh, this would be great, but I already have some nice socks. I don't know if I'm looking for anything new right now. I'd rather put my energy into, buying a new shirt. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't put them on a pedestal. For a few years, coming out of high school and entering college, was the type of girl who like really, really wanted a boyfriend. I was like, oh my gosh, it just felt like the greatest thing in the world to me. And I wanted to have a relationship, right? And I was seeking it and I was chasing after it. And I got it, right? But it wasn't actually really what I was looking for. It was just that like face value of having a boyfriend. But what I was really seeking was true emotional connection, male validation, frankly, right? These things that I didn't really understand, that's what I actually wanted. And when I finally achieved those things, just kind of along the way through other means, and I left those relationships, I kind of felt like, I don't really want a boyfriend anymore. I actually don't care for this. I'm actually happy being single. I want to take this time to explore myself. I want to take this time to focus on my hobbies, my friendships. And it is when I was in that headspace of seeing this thing being a relationship, before I had put it on that pedestal and it was this amazing out of reach thing, to now it was just like, I could honestly care less. It was as neutral as me going whatever and like getting a new outfit, right? Like I was like, I don't care. I'm good. That is when my manifestation came in and I found myself in the best relationship I've ever experienced. That is when the real like boyfriend that I had been looking for all along came my way. That I had actually not found in the prior relationships that I had like gone out and kind of grabbed, right? It was when I was in that space, that receptive space of neutrality, of not putting my desires on a pedestal, and boom, it came in like that when I wasn't even looking for it. So that's kind of the trick, right? Is when, it's also because I had developed my confidence. Whereas before, I had a lot of insecurities in high school. I thought, oh, I'm not attractive, I'm weird, yada, yada. Like, I don't think I don't think boys like me. I don't think I can have a boyfriend. Like, convincing myself that, I was not capable of that. To then a little bit later in college, after I had kind of experienced a couple relationships, and my confidence had grown, and I realized that I was just like any other girl, and I was in fact beautiful and amazing and all these things, and I didn't need to worry about getting men, right? If that was something I still wanted, if I did want a relationship, then I would have no problem achieving it, right? Like, that was just as accessible for me as it is for any other girl. And that's the hard part. Sometimes it takes time to build up that belief. Whatever it is you may be desiring and chasing, right? You have to build up that belief that you are capable of accessing it too. So I had that confidence, I had that self-belief, and then I also stopped putting that desire on a pedestal. I viewed it as neutral, just as much value as anything else that I could have in my life. And that is when it finally came in, when I almost wasn't even looking for it anymore. And that's the funny thing about the universe. It takes trust, it takes patience, faith, for sure. Whatever your specific belief system may be, you need to cultivate a sense of faith and trust in the timing of the universe, the timing of God. Whatever it is you believe in, understand that there are bigger systems at play here. It could be purely like scientific, I don't know. But you have to understand that there is a deeper design here, and you are a player within it. You have the power to set the intention, to put your goals and desires from inside your mind and your heart space into the physical world in front of you. Plant that seed, it will then grow and have its fruits available for you to pick. The power lies within you. You are a writer, you are a creator, an artist within this crazy magical game that is life. So have fun with it. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities around you. Believe in yourself. Believe that you are capable of anything, because it's simply true. Denying this truth of life is not going to get you anywhere except where you've already been. And chances are, if you have made it this far in the video, you are looking to expand and elevate your life and yourself in some way. I know I certainly am. I'm not done, right? There's so much more. I want to grow my life into being, right? So, I guess I'll stop the video here. Pardon my rambling. This is my first video after all. Thank you for your grace. I hope that you found some clarity and insight here. I'll probably release more specific videos in the future. Manifestation is such a broad, beautiful, and complex topic, but thank you for listening, and have an amazing day, wherever you are. Bye.